Good evening, my name is Abdulrazak Ali and this is Dalsan TV English News. We have a lot lined up for you, but first let's have a look at some of the stories that are making headlines here in Somalia. Turkish military delegation boosts defense cooperation with Somalia in Mogadishu. 4 Ethiopian nationals sentenced to prison for narcotics charges in Somaliland. Turkey signs oil and gas exploration deal with Somalia. Welcome back. Now, in a major offensive supported by the international allies, the Somali National Army has targeted multiple Al-Shabaab bases along the border between the Lower Juba region and Middle Shabelle in southern Somalia. In a major offensive supported by the international allies, the Somali National Army has targeted multiple Al-Shabaab bases along the border between the Lower Juba and Middle Juba regions in southern Somalia. The operation, characterized by heavy bombings conducted by warplanes, has dealt a severe blow to the extremist group, resulting in significant casualties among its ranks, including high-ranking Al-Shabaab members. Military sources have confirmed that at least 6 militants were struck in the airstrike, causing extensive damage to the militants' infrastructure and severely impeding their operational capabilities in the region. The precision strikes were part of the calculated strategy aiming at dismantling the Al-Shabaab network and curbing its influence in southern Somalia. The intensified military action follows weeks of concerted efforts to combat Al-Shabaab insurgency in southern and central Somalia. Collaborative operations between Somali forces and local partners, bolstered airstrikes from international allies, have been instrumental in driving back the extremist group and reclaiming territory previously held by the group. The successful operation reflects the growing effectiveness and coordination of the Somali Army, as well as the strong support provided by its international partners. The Somali government, in collaboration with the international partners. Meanwhile, a high-level delegation from the Turkish government, comprising Navy and Land Forces commanders along with officials from the Turkish Ministry of Defense, arrived in Mogadishu on Wednesday. The delegation's visit is expected to bolster the rebuilding and equipping of the Somali forces and strengthen the defense and economic cooperation agreement between Somalia and Turkey. A high-level Turkish government delegation comprising Navy and Land Forces commanders along with officials from the Turkish Ministry of Defense arrived in Mogadishu on Wednesday. The delegation is expected to bolster the rebuilding and equipping of the Somali military forces and strengthen the defense and economic cooperation agreement between Somalia and Turkey. The Turkish delegation was warmly received by the Defense Minister Abdul Qadir Mohammed Noor and Major General Ibrahim Sheikh Muhyiddin, the commander of the Somali National Army. This visit signifies the deepening ties between the two nations, particularly in the defense and economic sectors. The main objective of the visit is to enhance the development and equipping of the Somali military forces, aiming to bolster stability and peace in the region. As part of the Memorandum of Understanding (MOU) between the two countries, Turkey has committed to providing maritime support to Somalia, assisting the African nation in defending its territorial waters. This support will undoubtedly bolster Somalia's ability to protect its interests and ensure the safety of its coastal areas. The relationship between Somalia and Turkey has witnessed a strengthening trend since Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan visited the country in 2011. Since then, various bilateral agreements have been signed, focusing on areas such as infrastructure, development, education, healthcare, and humanitarian aid. The arrival of the Turkish delegation marks another significant milestone in the partnership between Somalia and Turkey. The Madurijeh court has handed down sentences ranging from 6 to 8 years to 4 Ethiopian nationals convicted of drug-related offenses.
The Maradija Regional Court handed down prison sentences ranging from 6 to 8 years to 4 Ethiopian nationals convicted of drug-related offenses. The individuals were apprehended by the security forces of the breakaway region of Somaliland while engaging in the production of alcohol within Somaliland's borders. During the trial, the court revealed that the defendants had been involved in the illicit drug trade and were caught red-handed during the production of alcohol. The judge highlighted certain aggravating factors in the case. It was revealed that the convicted individuals had assumed false identities, claiming to be Muslims, and had unlawfully entered Somaliland through an illegal immigration system. The court's decision underscores the commitment of the Maradija Regional Court and the Somaliland authorities to combating narcotics and maintaining law and order within their jurisdiction. By imposing significant prison terms and financial penalties, the court aims to deter individuals involved in drug-related activities and send a clear message about the consequences of such actions. The Maradija Regional Court's decisive action against the convicted Ethiopian nationals sends a strong message that illegal drug activities will not be tolerated within Somaliland's borders.
Turkey and Somalia have signed an energy exploration and drilling deal on Thursday, further strengthening bilateral ties after concluding a defense agreement last month.
Turkey and Somalia signed an energy exploration and drilling deal on Thursday, further strengthening bilateral ties after concluding a defense agreement last month. It also includes land exploration. The agreement was signed by Turkish Energy Minister Alparslan Bayraktar and Somali Petroleum and Mineral Resources Minister Abderrazak Omar Mohamed in Istanbul. The move came after Ethiopia signed an agreement in January that grants it naval and commercial access to ports along Somaliland's coast, in exchange for recognition of the breakaway region's independence. The move came after Ethiopia signed an agreement in January that grants it naval and commercial access to ports along Somaliland's coast, in exchange for recognition of the breakaway region's independence. The Turkish Navy has already operated off the shore of Somalia and in the Gulf of Aden under a UN mission to combat piracy and armed robbery since 2009. Turkey has years of experience in offshore energy exploration since it discovered gas in 2020 in the Black Sea. Ankara is now developing the gas and pumping it to its local network for domestic consumption.
Well, that story brings us to the end of this bulletin. My name is Abderrazak Ali. Till we meet again, have a lovely evening.